Oh, this is Rocky Hall again, and we're here with
Annette.
Annette and Victor Fuentes, and we're here at Patch of Heaven, and we're about an hour outside of Pahrump, Nevada. And what we're going to do today is get a little history on the Patch of Heaven and what's going on out here. So go ahead, Annette.
So during this fight with Fish and Wildlife for 7 years, we've had to do a lot of research on our property, and we've come across some very interesting finds on our property and people who owned it. The gentleman that comes to my mind that I find very fascinating person is Dick Carver, and I don't know if a lot of you people are familiar with Dick Carver, but he was involved with the Sagebrush Rebellion. He was a commissioner for Nye County, the county that we live in, and he took a bulldozer, a county bulldozer, and he removed boulders that were put on a road to, the Forest Service had closed off a road. And he's a very fascinating person to read about, and he used to own this property. And he told the previous owner that we bought it from that he would sell it to him as long as he promised to never sell to Fish and Wildlife. And so Ron Matheny didn't, but it's very interesting. We need more people, we need more like commissioners. They've gotten sidetracked. They don't fight for the people. Dick
Right.
Carver believed the Sagebrush Rebellion. They believed in fighting for the people. This would never, ever have happened to us if we had Dick Carvers still.
Right.
And
Yeah.
we are going away from this. I mean, you
How
know.
can we fix this? I mean, that's kind of a hard
Well, we
question.
need to be careful who we elect, first of all.
Okay.
Very careful on who we elect, you know, and hold them accountable.
Hold them accountable for what they promise they're
Absolutely.
going to do.
We
Yes.
have been let down. Our county let us down. You know, they came in
Yeah.
after the fact, and they have tried, but the bottom line is they let us down.
Wow.
You know? They let us down, and I'm not going to sugarcoat it.
Right. Please don't, because
I won't. But, you know, they're coming forward now after some, you know, little push and shove or whatever you want to call it.
Well, and you're getting coverage now too.
Mhm, absolutely.
You're
We
getting
had
coverage.
a lot of wonderful, wonderful people step forward to help
Yep.
us and get our story out. Our story was not out.
Right.
And you know what? Fish and Wildlife were very happy that story didn't get out.
I found your YouTube, and I subscribed.
Oh, the one with the interview with...
No, actually, it's just showing this place,
Okay.
and it's Patch of Heaven. It's your YouTube
It's
channel.
like a little video.
Yes,
Yeah,
very
Patch of
very
Heaven,
short
yes.
little video. Yeah, I found it.
Oh,
So
great.
yeah, I've been sharing that as well.
Thank you. We
So
appreciate that.
and really trying to get people to
There's
take a
a lot
look.
of people, you know, that are passionate and are coming forward, and you know,
Mhm.
more people need to do it. It takes a lot of people to do this.
Yes,
And,
yes, it does.
You got to step forward and do it.
Yeah,
And-
just
And we're not the only ones. I mean, Victor and I in this camp, we're not the only ones. But you know, also we need to bring attention to that. It's not just the ranchers. They don't care.
right.
You know, if you have, their goal was, and they've said it during meetings, is to take over this refuge by 2018. They plan on owning all of it. All the inn holders are going to be gone.
Wow.
So, got news for them.
Now, you know,
We're not going.
yeah, something that I been aware of is that if you take a long trip in this, Nevada state, you know, you go through all the little towns and wherever you have water, there's Fish and Wildlife
Yes.
Service.
Yes.
Now,
And they usually have the nicest, best building
Exactly.
in
Oh
town.
yeah.
exactly,
$10
there's
million building right over here.
yeah.
Right.
There's Fish and Wildlife. You have water, there's Fish and Wildlife. And then you go to the state engineer and they say, no, we don't have enough water in Nevada. How we can have enough water if the government control all the water and they don't allow you to use it?
Right.
60 million gallons of water per day go out of Ash Meadows into California. And nobody's using it. Not even us. I mean, we was using it only to baptize people and stuff like that and kind of maintain our landscape.
Right.
That's it, but if you go to the spring, all the way into the water exit, Ash Meadow, nobody's using it.
I spent 7 weeks on the North Dakota pipeline fighting
Mhm.
the pipeline back there. So it was Minnewachuny, water is life.
Mhm.
So I mean, all over the United States.
It is. It's all over.
Flint, Michigan, we're fighting
I'm
for
from
water.
Michigan. Yep. I know
Yeah,
about
we're
that.
fighting for water. So, I mean,
You know, we found an agreement, Ash Meadows agreement from 1981.
Four.
84. So in that agreement, they agreed that any excess water that Fish and Wildlife didn't use goes back to Nye County. So we showed that agreement to the commissioners. Nothing's been done. I called the state engineer. Oh, I confronted him in a meeting. How many gallons of water is Fish and Wildlife allowed to use? I don't know. We don't have the manpower. We don't know, we don't have the manpower to come out here and take care of this and help and monitor this situation. We don't have the manpower. So, okay, you don't have the manpower. You let the government go ahead, take all the water they want. We're a little tiny church camp. You can't, you have all this water, you can't leave that water. You know?
Now, this is the deal.
Right.
You know, when we came into this process in here, then we was forced to prove the state engineer that we own the vested right to the water, okay? We proved him that. He ruled in our favor. Listen to this. And he told them, the Fish and Wildlife Department, you need to put the water back via the old channel. Fish and Wildlife say, you know, we don't believe in your ruling. We're going to give them some water in a 2-inch pipe from our diversion to the old channel. So they ran a pipe, 2-inch pipe from the new channel they create all the way to our old channel. They have a solar
so
panel.
they're not adhering to a court order.
No, but that is some arrangement that the state engineer and Fish and Wildlife agreed to.
Right.
We never agreed with that. We want our water and the way it was when we bought the property.
Right.
We proved him we own the vested right to that river, and he ruled in our favor. But if you read the ruling and what they did is two completely different things, you know.
Well, and I'm thinking, what would happen to you if you had came out here and just decimated a wetland?
Oh, exactly.
Oh,
You'd be in prison.
No, listen, we have a gentleman in prison right now that when the group of our friends, they took over the refuge in Oregon, he just digged out a little trench,
Right.
you know,
Yes.
little trench from here to there.
Yes.
And he's in prison right now.
Yes.
Now these people, they not only dig a little, they dug a long trench, illegally, unlawfully.
Right.
They destroy wetland.
Right.
They destroy a fish that they proclaim to be saving.
But
You
they
know
have
that-
patches on their sleeves saying they're government.
Well, not only that, with the equipment, when companies, contractors, or anybody goes to do work on refuge land, government land, there is protocol they have to follow. They have to have
Yes.
netting, they have to have all this stuff, the equipment has to be washed. Well, guess what? I have lots of pictures of grease where they're putting the backhoe, the track hoe in the water, caked with grease, and they want to protect, they're going to protect the fish. Really,
Right.
it's a joke. Mitigation is nothing more than blackmail, because it's amazing, once they pay that money, it's amazing how all of a sudden that tortoise can be moved, or that bird's going to be okay, or that fish is going to be okay. Pay the money.
Bunkerville
We're
and the
good.
tortoise.
Yep.
Yeah.
Right. Right.
So it's but I think it's, you know, more than that is their intention, or the intention of their heart, and how they use Congress, and how they use the Endangered Species Act to steal and usurp people property.
Well, the
You know,
the
they
Devil's
even-
Hole pupfish was the template. Right here, this was a big ranch, Spring Meadows Ranch. This is the first template in Nevada to do the endangered species and use that. And they won, and they'll tell you, we went all the way to the Supreme Court, and we won over the devil. That's what they would tell Victor and I. So if you think you're going to stop this, you're not.
So I want to reach to the American people and say, whatever it is that we can do to help you, you let us know. Do you have an address if somebody wants to write you or send you something? Do you have a mailing address?
We do.
Correct.
What's,
A P.O. box or?
yes. I'm asking him because he knows it. It's
It's a P.O. Box 42507.
4205.
42507.
07. Yeah, Las Vegas, Nevada. 89116.
Yeah.
And
So
you can,
go ahead and say that again.
It's P.O. Box 42507, Las Vegas, Nevada, 89116.
Okay.
yeah.
And if they wanted to call a congressman or somebody on your behalf, they can also get that information.
Yes.
Absolutely.
And you guys have well, I found your YouTube channel and it's called Patch of Heaven and it shows this whole camp. So I want to steer people to that as well so that they can see what is exactly here.
Right.
Anything else we can do to help?
Yeah, I think you know, if everybody can pick a pen or type on the computer and send a letter to the Nevada State Engineer saying, you know, we are the public and we want the water in Patch of Heaven back in Patch of Heaven, because this is what happened. Fish and Wildlife, they proclaim that it is in the public interest what they have done,
Right.
and it is not. But as the public, we have to say that is not our interest. Our interest to be saving people.
To
be-
decimate a wetland and to destroy the fish is not in the public interest.
Uh-huh.
To shut you down as a Christian camp where you're saving souls is not in the public interest.
Correct.
Nothing that they have done to this place is in the public interest in any way, shape, or form.
So we have to get the Nevada State Engineer, the office, they've already told Victor and I, because the system that they put in to pump this water to us is not working. It's a solar system, then they have backup batteries, they have generators, it doesn't work. So, and the pipe was disconnected, and they told us that they no longer are going to help us, we have to take them into court. And we have to have a judge rule.
The judge already ruled,
Yeah.
and they're ignoring that ruling.
So he said to take them to court.
Right.
Because the state engineer ruled in our favor. Now we have
So-
to take it to court
Right.
for the judge to rule. You know, in other words, for the judge to adjudicate the water.
Correct.
So how
in this
much
case.
water per day do you think you're getting here now in
Oh,
comparison?
we're only getting a gallon and a half. We're only, through a little pipe, that's all we're getting, when we have the senior vested claim on this water.
A gallon and a half per hour per day?
Per
For a
minute.
minute.
A gallon and a half per minute. And what you used to get is,
What was the measurement on
It was
How many
over,
acre feet?
yeah, it was over,
Because we just amended that.
correct, yeah, we amend the letter of trickle of water for.
so you can't even flush a toilet with what you're getting.
Yeah, I know. So we amend the permit for 150 acre feet of water rights.
Right.
Yeah.
So you could really, it's pretty difficult to hold a camp here with no water.
Well, we lost a lot of business
Oh,
because
yeah.
what made this camp stand out, different than any other camp, is the water. Where can you go in the desert and have water flowing through?
Right.
You know? I mean, and that's why we bought it. That's
Right.
what made this place, it's a refuge, you know, for humans.
For souls, it's a
For
refuge
souls,
for
it's
souls
that.
and the animals that were
Yeah.
obviously coming
Yeah.
here.
But you know, I know that we get into the end of this, but you know that one of the things that Fish and Wildlife did when we came over here, they want to stop us and through regulation.
Right.
So they call the Department of Health, the Department of Health, they call the fire marshal on us, you know, thinking that we didn't have the money to comply,
Yeah, go ahead.
you know. And when they fell through all those regulations, you know, they cannot stop us through that because we complied. We got a certificate. When you go to our snack bar, you got all those certificates in there.
Right.
They look simple, you know, but behind every one of those, you have $80,000 to comply with. You have $130,000 to comply with. You know, a lot of money to comply with those
Wow.
regulations. And then they say, well, we cannot make them stop with that. Let's take the water away, and that should kill them.
Right.
And let's take it in such a way that they can get flooded, because when they put the water is the higher point of the land. They knew that they're going to flood us out. And how do I know? Because the ranger used to come over here to our property and told us, you need to go and talk to the manager of the refuge, because they think that what they're doing is going to flood you out. He came 3 times to tell us.
The rancher,
Correct, the ranger.
the ranger.
The ranger.
Okay.
Yes. So he said, please go over there and talk to the refuge manager, because they believe that what the diversion they're going to do
They're
So they knew.
purposely trying to
Exactly.
flood you out.
Exactly.
Right.
Exactly.
You want water here, we'll give it to you all at
Exactly.
once.
And it's evident they didn't have the permit to do it.
Right.
Because in the position, we deposed all those people. From the manager to the engineer and all the hydrologists. And every one of them conclude they didn't have the permit to do the job. And we have them in camera. Not only in voice, but in camera.
Okay.
Okay? And it's amazing. The hydrologist who did that, we showed him, they had 3 different alternatives. And
Right.
final impact statement that they sent to the government, telling the government that that's what they're going to do. And they send it to us, telling us that that's what they're going to do. And either one of the 3 alternatives, they show the river diverted from here. And that 3 different alternatives, you can see the river clearly still passing through our property. They fix it from here to here, but it's still passing to our property. But that's not what they did. Now, when we showed those 3 different alternatives to the hydrologist and the position, he looked back and forth, and he said, I have never seen this. And my attorney said, hold on a second. You have never seen the 3 alternatives that you create? No, I have never seen this.
Wow.
And then the question is, how you did the project? No, I only do what they told me to do. That's what he said. I only do what they told me to do. And then the next thing was, they showed him the diversion, a picture of the diversion that we have, because we flew over
Right.
when they was doing the diversion. And we have picture when they was building the diversion, when they finished.
Right.
We have picture when it was getting flooded from the air, also videos, all that stuff. And then he said, I never built a berm. So we have our expert hydrologist right next to us. So he pulled out some kind of paper that they use, in the hydrology work,
Right.
and showed it to him. And then my attorney said, who is the signature? Who signed this? And he said, well, that was me. And then what is this? This is a berm? Well, I guess you can call that a berm. That's what he said.
So he's lying.
Oh yeah, and then the other thing, now I'm going to tell you this is only 3 seconds. Listen to this. My attorney asked him, why you divert the water? Tell me, that is a purpose of you. Why you divert the water from the Fuentes camp? And he said, well, because they have exotic animals. Wait a minute. What kind of exotic animal they have?
Donkeys.
And he said, donkeys? And my attorney, he had his glasses in his hands, and the glasses they flew over because he got amazed. That he said that donkeys, they was exotic animal. Unbelievable. And that is the kind of mentality those people have now. You would think these people who did that job, they will never again work in the refuge. When you came in, you see a traco in the middle of the road over there? When you came in through here?
Yes.
There's a traco in the middle of the road.
Yes.
And that is a white truck on the right hand side when you go down,
Okay.
Well, that is the same company still doing work over here. Now, who is the owner? He used to work for Army Corps Engineer. He get 99% of the job, of the government job in Nevada. So
Huh.
he had no competition. All the jobs are giving automatically to him.
Wow.
Yeah, that's how they do it. And he is destroying everything here. Same guy.
Wow.
Same guy.
So how's this affected you? I mean, emotionally, it's pretty draining, and your business has dropped off. The amount of people that are coming in here has dropped off. I mean, how's it? It's been pretty hard. I mean,
I've been called by God to be a column. So I see myself last. Okay? But the question that I ask me, how that affect the people that you serve?
right,
Big time.
right,
Big time, because when they took that water out and people stop to come, okay? Because they then they are the one getting affected.
yes,
They
yes.
are the one who are not being ministered. They are the one who are still doing alcohol or drugs. And yeah, so that's how I think about it. Other
Okay.
people, rather than see me, I see how that affects other people, and it's being affecting people big time.
Yeah.
It's unbelievable.
Well, I mean, the stress that you and your wife are going through is also
Correct. That put a lot of stress in our life, not only in our life, but also on our finances.
Yes.
You know, in our finances, because we've been fighting this case, and every little bit of money we have to be spending that.
Right.
You know, spending that. You know, we used to have a MPRI, you know, Center for Justice and Constitutional Litigation, and they help us when we talk about the attorney, and you know, but if we had to hire a expert witness or whatever, that comes from us.
Right.
You know, if we had to, if my attorney had to fly here and there, you know, when we used to be with them,
Right.
that was in our pocket.
Right.
All the research and attorneys that we have used to defend our word right come from our pocket.
Okay.
You know, so it's,
Right.
you know, and we are a small church, you know, we don't have too many people.
Very small, very
Yeah.
small, but it's beautiful
It's
out
big
here.
and hard, you know.
Yes, yes,
And I
yes.
thank God for all the people that He has placed around us to help us. You know, our good friend Ed Guhart, he used to be an assemblyman
Okay.
from District 36. He been with us ever since when he was an assemblyman. He is already retired from that, and he is still with us,
Right.
fighting with us and helping us not only by trying to reach out to people in the higher seat, you know, but also financially from his own pocket. He been helping us.
Right,
Because he
right.
believed
Wow,
that
wow.
what was done to us is wrong.
Right,
And he believed that so much, and he don't mind to help us financially.
wow.
And that's why
That's,
we're still here today.
yes,
Otherwise, we're going to be living the blank.
right.
You know, even when we're right, we lose.
Financially, it's you're against big government, so it's incredibly hard. I understand. This video is getting a little bit long, but there's so much to cover. Maybe we'll pick it up with outside, and you can show me a few things.
Correct. Yes.
Okay, let's do that. Rocky out.